Cool.
All right, so I am going to go ahead and pull up our presentation for Young Living food products. So in case you don't want to have to make a big breakfast or you want something to grab and go, there's a little something for everybody. Plus, we're going to go into why these Young Living products are important. So let me go ahead and share my screen with you. So
I've been looking for that cereal and I could not find it underneath the
I
cooking.
had trouble this morning too, so I'm going to reach out to someone in my upline and see if there's just a glitch with the site, because sometimes they do updates, but I will look into that because I was looking last night too. But okay, so let me go ahead and ta-da! So what the heck is einkorn? And it's the original ancient grain plus many other healthy eating options with Young Living. So here we go. So are you starting your day off right? So here's that cereal that Megan and I were just talking about. It's the newly released Einkorn Flake cereal. It tastes amazing. It's actually good and crunchy, which, you know, a lot of cereals can sometimes be a little bit just meh, mealy, not good. No, this one's actually got a little bit of a sweetness to it. It's good and crunchy. So hang on one second. I'm going to go ahead and mute you, Meg.
My kids. Okay.
That's okay. I have the same problem. Okay. So then we also have the Einkorn granola, Einkorn pancake and waffle mix. So it's not even just starting off your day. There's actually lots of stuff throughout the day, but we're going to start off there. So most people don't think of food when they think of Young Living essential oils, but did you know that Young Living has flour, snack bars, syrups, mixes, pastas, and more that all give excellent nutrition to your body while upholding Young Living's seed to seal guarantee? I'm sorry if you can hear Grace screaming in the background. Our 2-year-old is having a meltdown, so that's okay. Daddy is performing an exorcism out in the living room, and she will be fine. So there we go. Did you know that Young Living can provide you with several food staples, all free of synthetics, GMOs, dyes, artificial preservatives, while not sacrificing taste? And did you know that you can qualify to get points back for free items and possibly even earn free products just for buying a few grocery items? So let's jump in and see what the heck I'm talking about. So first, I'm going to talk about essential rewards. When I'm saying get points back, this is Young Living's system. It's basically just a thank you for giving you their business, or giving them your business. So when you decide to sign up for essential rewards, you're already a Young Living member. That means you bought a premium starter kit. And so that means that you have decided, I have found enough Young Living products that I want to buy on a monthly basis that I may as well get something back for free. So there's a minimum 50 PV, which translates to $50 that you have to spend in order to qualify for essential rewards. So if you know you're going to spend $50 every month, then this is for you. Months 1 through 3, you get 10% back in points. I've said this many times. What credit card do you know is going to give you 10% back on everything you're spending? So anything you buy on their site, 10% back if you buy it on ER for the first 3 months. Then after 3 months, it jumps up to 20% back. And then after 25, on months 25 and on, you get 25% back. And if you ever stop your ER order and you don't put it through for a month, you start back over at that 10%. So that's the only caveat. There's no fee to cancel. You can cancel anytime, no strings attached. It's just if you do, let's say that you're on month 8 and then you miss a month in ordering, it starts back over at 10%. Now, also, even if you're just doing the minimum $50 order each month, you're also going to get a free gift at months 3, 6, 9, and 12, and it'll show up on your following month's order. So it's a really, really awesome program just to buy your everyday essentials like toothpaste, mouthwash, deodorant, household cleaner, and as we're about to see, maybe some cereal or granola or other household staples. So we're going to start with Einkorn. Weird name. All it is the natural ancient form of wheat. So what most people don't understand is the modern variety of wheat is heavily GMO'd, meaning that it has 42 chromosomes with the commercialized version of wheat versus the original 14 chromosomes that God intended. So this ancient grain is known as the oldest variety of wheat, and einkorn was first cultivated 5,000 to 10,000 years ago. It is classified as a diploid because it only has 2 sets of chromosomes. And another thing that's important about that is, why do chromosomes matter with what we're eating? Who cares, right? It's not actually true. Just like when your chromosomes in your body are incorrect, so there's things like Down syndrome and trisomy 18 and things where your body, the chromosomal count got off, and it can lead to a whole host of problems. This is kind of similar. So when God originally designed wheat, he designed it with those 14 chromosomes so our body can recognize it, process it, and it can actually gain the nutrition from it. When it gets changed and cooked up in a lab to have 42 chromosomes, our bodies don't even recognize it as food anymore. So that's where a lot of these gluten sensitivities and issues with being able to break down our food happen, is because all these GMOs come in and our body's like, what is this? I don't even recognize the chemical makeup of this item. So that's what we're talking about here. So modern wheat has no hull and it grows over a much quicker period of time. Why would they care? Well, of course, the faster you grow your wheat, the more you can produce and the more money you make. So einkorn has a hull that it stays intact to protect the wheat grain and keeps the nutritional value intact even after harvest. Einkorn is a rich source of beta carotene, lutein, and is a powerful antioxidant. It is a rich source of tocotrienols and tocopherols. So those are 2 different forms of vitamin E. And we talk about that more in our Omega Gi's presentation, because that has a lot of vitamin E in it as well. Contains higher levels of protein, trace minerals, and a lower amount of gluten than today's commercially available wheat because of its unique genetic code. It is completely organic and non-GMO. Now, I will give a little caveat here, and I think I'm going to go into this later, but just in case I forgot to put something in. If you have celiac, or you are allergic to gluten, or you have severe gluten sensitivities, this still does contain gluten. It has a lower amount of gluten, but it does contain gluten. So if you have celiac, don't eat this. Okay, speaking of that though, we have Gary's True Grit gluten-free pancake and waffle mix. So if you are somebody who does have to watch your gluten intake, like several members of my family are gluten and dairy free, this is a good alternative because it's a combination of oat, arrowroot, amaranth, and garbanzo bean flours. And so honestly, you could use this as a regular baking mix as well. You don't have to just use it in pancakes and waffles. So if you wanted to use this as a thickener in several of your different recipes, if you want to make a batch of muffins, give it a shot. It's one of those, anyone who has ever tried gluten-free cooking, or especially gluten and dairy-free cooking at the same time and baking, it can be a little bit of a challenge, but this would be one more item in your arsenal to give you a completely organic, non-GMO base for your cooking recipes so that you can enjoy that as well, even if you are gluten-free. So no preservatives, no artificial flavors or colors, completely non-GMO, and it is a stone ground ancient grain. So, wahoo. So I had to pull a little line to all of you who know that I'm a huge Disney fan. In the morning, I'm making waffles. So einkorn pancake and waffle mix. Fill your pantry with both nutrition and convenience. The einkorn pancake and waffle mix combines ancient einkorn flour with other wholesome grains and legumes into an easy-to-use mix that can be substituted in a 1-to-1 ratio for all-purpose and whole wheat flours. So again, if you're wanting a baking mix that kind of takes any guesswork out of it, and it's like, hey, I just want to throw in the eggs and the milk and the, baking powder and whatever, this is a good bet for you. So this is great for more than just breakfast. The pleasing sweet flavor of einkorn flour makes it a delightful change from modern, highly processed flour in many of your favorite recipes. The addition of legume flour in this mix adds 3 grams of protein and 2 grams of fiber, contributing even more nutrition to the already bountiful benefits of einkorn. No preservatives, no artificial flavors or colors, non-GMO ingredients, and only stone ground ancient grain. So that's another option too. Like think of if you want to make a batch of drop biscuits or something for dinner, it doesn't just have to be breakfast items that you're making. Okay, Ningxia berry syrup. So we've got to top our pancakes with something, right? It may as well be Ningxia wolfberries because we've already talked about all of those amazing benefits. So this combines the awesome components of the wolfberry and citrus essential oils, which that sounds amazing to me. That sounds like it would taste really awesome. With other naturally sourced ingredients such as blueberry, plum, sweet cherry, aronia, and pomegranate. The smooth, warm vanilla extract complements the tangy berries and citrus flavors for a balanced, fruity syrup, and its versatility means that you will reach for it again and again. I think one of the reasons I've put off buying this is I know my husband would probably just stick a straw in that bottle and drink the whole thing. So then there's that. But it is going to win over your family, and you will love that it's made without high fructose corn syrup or artificial colorings, and it's so pretty. I know it's a dumb thing to say about syrup, but you know, I mean, we eat with our eyes. So could you imagine a nice plate of pancakes, and then maybe you put some fresh or even frozen blueberries on there that you've, you know, kind of made into a little compote, and then you pour this over it. Oh my goodness, let's go make breakfast for dinner. So the classic syrup bottle design is convenient to store in tight refrigerators and makes it a beautiful accent for your table at breakfast too. So, you know, because we're being fancy. Oh, I have a guest. Oh, Grace is going to come help me teach on einkorn. Hi. Hi. You going to come teach? Oh boy. All right. So what's the next one? Next one. Say hi to Miss Megan. Okay. So do you need breakfast on the run? Do you need breakfast on the run? You do? Okay, I do too. So whether served hot or cold, Gary's True Grit Einkorn granola is a great way to start your day. The tasty combination of naturally sourced grains, nuts, berries, and seeds provides both simple and complex carbs to keep you going throughout the day. With crunchy clusters mixed with chewy dried wolfberries, this granola is perfect to pack along with you no matter where you go. So think about if you're hiking or wanting to go on a picnic or the kids have a field trip. It's going to keep you going, not weigh you down, but it's going to also fill you up because that's a lot of nutrition all in these little clusters. So all too often, cereals and on-the-go snacks are filled with refined sugars, high fructose corn syrup, artificial colors, and artificial flavors. Instead of including these overly processed ingredients, Gary's True Grit Einkorn granola is sweetened by the combination of wolfberries, cranberries, cocoa nibs, and coconut sugar. These sweet hints are balanced by hearty sunflower seeds, almonds, walnuts, and pecans, and just the right amount of sea salt. Does that sound good? Yeah, I want some too. So no matter where life takes you, you'll be glad you brought Gary's True Grit Einkorn granola along for the ride. Gary's True Grit is hard for me to say for some reason, and apparently I'm going to be stumbling quite a bit. That's right. But so that's one thing, at least for me as a mom who, you know, we young mamas are on the go quite a bit. And so this is one thing that's, you know, can be breakfast for the whole family that's in a bag that's just easy to go. So that's one thing that I love. So the Einkorn Flakes cereal. Most breakfast cereals are loaded with refined sugar, preservatives, food dyes, and many more processed ingredients that leaves the nutrition lost somewhere along the way. Einkorn Flakes are a healthy, wholesome alternative to your store-bought breakfast cereal. No? Do you want down? Okay. Our guest is leaving. You can go find Daddy. Where'd he go? Go find Daddy. Oh, we're closing the door and locking us in. Awesome. But anyway, so I recently got this cereal, and I will tell you, it is Grace. No, ma'am. Come here. Come here. You can come sit and watch, but we're not going to go bang the weights. Oh, go get Daddy. Go get him. Go get him. Whoops. But yeah, so I recently got this. This was just released at convention. Oh, she's unhappy. Uh-oh. But so these flakes are good and crunchy, which is what you really want in a breakfast cereal, because who wants to go and take mealy, nasty flakes and then, you know, further make them mushy with milk? Obviously don't leave them sitting for 30 minutes, but even with milk, they stay crunchy, they taste really good. And then they have just that little bit of sweetness from that organic coconut sugar. Really, really good. And I had just happened to go blueberry picking when I really sound like I live this, like, you know, hippie lifestyle where I just woke up early and went blueberry picking. I promise I didn't. I made the plan and I executed it before the kids woke up because I'm smart. But yeah, I mean, I threw those in my daughter's cereal, the Einkorn cereal, and she was begging for more because it was really, really good. So definitely an awesome nutritional option for your family, and it tastes really good too. So Einkorn berries, these are not like the Wolfberries. They are not sweet. They are not fruit. So unthreshed grain, it almost looks like little grains of rice, only more tan. You can see them right here in the picture. But the Einkorn berries are actually unground wheat. So it is basically the bran, germ, and endosperm of the wheat grain. And so you're getting the entire Einkorn kernel, and that way you get a little bit more nutrition. So if you wanted to get the Einkorn berries, and that's a big 5-pound bag. I mean, it's hefty. And so you can actually grind your own flour. I believe, yeah, it says 1 cup of berries yields 1 to 2 cups of ground flour. So it just depends on how finely you grind it. And then obviously, you know, like if you sift your flour, you can make it a little more fluffy and that kind of thing. But and like I said before, if you have gluten allergies or celiac disease, please avoid Einkorn. We don't want that to flare up. You can also boil the Einkorn berries whole, just like quinoa or oatmeal, and you could make something like a rice pilaf with it, or like a breakfast cereal. So again, even those, the dried Ningxia Wolfberries, you can get a nice big bag of those, and, you know, boil some Einkorn berries into a breakfast cereal so it's nice and soft, and then throw those dried Wolfberries in, and you've got a nice little breakfast that's full of good nutrition for you. And hey, you maybe throw some raw unfiltered honey on it too. Okay, and some cinnamon oil. Boy, I'm gonna have just quite the recipe going by the end of this, and now I'm hungry. So WOLFBERRY CRISP BARS. These are amazing. First of all, I was able to try one at convention. So they include whey protein and pea protein. They have the Einkorn flour, grains, fruits, nuts, and whey coated in chocolate. And so basically, instead of those, if you've ever had a whey-based protein bar, you know how you chew it and you kind of go, because they are so thick and they leave your mouth feeling so dry. I'm not going to tell you that this tastes like a candy bar, but it is so hearty and just, you feel full. And so if you need an on-the-go snack or a meal replacement bar, this is amazing. And it's going to give you a little boost of energy because of those Wolfberries too. So it's really, really good. Now, Einkorn pasta, they have an Einkorn spaghetti and an Einkorn rotini pasta. So if you want to make a pasta salad, go with the rotini. If you want to do, you know, your traditional family spaghetti night, this is just an option to not have to always be stuck with those GMO, highly processed ones that you get at the store. So this just, I mean, I don't know about you, but I am not going to take the time to go and grind my own flour and then make my own pasta out of it. I do not have that kind of time. So Young Living does it for us, and then they package it and ship it to us so that all we have to do is boil water, and I can handle the boiling of water. So lower gluten levels, like we said before, makes it more compatible with our bodies than the modern hybridized wheat. Made of pure GMO-free Einkorn flour, the rotini pasta and spaghetti will add additional nutrition to your classic pasta dishes that your whole family will love. Einkorn flour is lower in gluten, higher in gliadin, which is a compound found in wheat that makes it easier on the digestive system, so it's great for your taste buds and your tummy. Okay, so these are those dried Ningxia Wolfberries I was talking about. So yeah, I see Megan in the background going, yay! I'll let her try them at my house, and they're a good little snack, I'm not gonna lie. So they're very healthy, And right here, here's some good little tips. Top yogurt or a smoothie with the Wolfberries, mix into a homemade granola or a trail mix, or hey, if you want to throw some in the Einkorn or the Wolfberry granola that you've already bought, and you just say, I want more Wolfberries in there. Throw some more in there. It's not going to hurt anybody. Add to muffins, pancakes, or breads. You can throw them in a salad. Heck, even throw them in your Chinese food or something like that. Anywhere that you want kind of it's like a cranberry or a raisin, only a little bit more dry, but they have so much more nutrition than dried cranberries, dried cherries, or dried raisins. So that would be the reason to try it, is to, throw it into your cooking, give it a shot, because it's really, really good for you. And it makes everything more gourmet. So there. All right. So that is it for tonight. And I always end with a quote. And this one is kind of comical, but kind of not. So food is an important part of a balanced diet. So yes, we all know that, but how much of us are eating real food these days? Think about that when you're going to the grocery store and you're seeing the bright neon packaging or food that comes in animal shapes, because what do you know that grows in an animal shape? So things like that are what we need to be thinking of so that we can have these healthy, balanced lives that we want to have. So let me exit out of here. I'm going to close up. And so Megan, you are the only one on here with me. So I'm going to unmute you. Did you have any questions or
my
what?
Kids are crazy in the background. They're like, I'm glad.
That's okay. You were on mute, but yeah, and mine was crazy in the foreground here. So
yeah, I saw her. She was not happy at the end.
Not.
No, I'm excited with the Wolfberries. I'll be ordering those soon.
Awesome.
Because those were delicious.
Yes.
And I was looking for the cereal online, but I couldn't find it. So I don't know if it's coming out soon or if it's already out.
I'm not sure if that's because I looked on the out of stock list and it's not there. So I'm going to have to do some digging with some of the people in my upline and find out if it's a website glitch, because I even searched by the product number and couldn't find it. But so I'll find out the answer to that and I'll get back with you because I want it too. I was going to buy like 4 boxes next month. So yeah.
And the Wolfberry crisp bars seem very interesting for on the go.
Oh yes.
Because I get I'm not even diabetic. I swear sometimes I feel it, but I'm not. I've been checked so many times. But I get highs and lows. So if I haven't eaten in 2.5, 3 hours, I start getting angry and shaky and all of that. And I'm all like, how many times have I forgotten to shove a piece of fruit or a granola bar or something in my bag on the go? And so when I'm home, I get home and I'm like, it's been 3 hours and I haven't had a snack, and my body's just out of the loop. So I'm like, I need something substantial in my bag at all times. And fruit is okay. Like if I bring an orange or a banana, it's usually okay, but I feel like I need something even more substantial than a piece of fruit, if that makes sense.
Oh, absolutely. And that's what's great about like the granola and the Wolfberry crisp bars and even the sleek bars. I didn't cover sleek because I'm going to do an entire class on sleek at a later date. Just because right now, we're doing the basic nutrition, and since sleek has bars and shakes of its own, that's going to be kind of its own class. But there's the chocolate coated Wolfberry crisp bars, there's the regular Wolfberry crisp bars, there's sleek bars, there's all sorts of things that Young Living has, plus granola.
Chocolate coated in my house.
Always. Yes.
Always. Like I'm not
chocolate coated and melt chocolate chips and put more chocolate on it, but
no. The whole thing should just be a chocolate.
That's right. Exactly. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and end our video here for all of you online lovely people. And so I'm going to put this up on YouTube and you can, catch us on the flip side. So TTFN, ta-ta for now.